I do enjoy women. I enjoy the way they feel, the way they smell, the way they make love, and how and all of that. But sometimes I get just a really intense craving to be around a guy.
All right, so I'm gonna put my 2 cents in and talked to my friend, and she agreed. I'm gonna need y'all women, the women's, y'all need to stop calling men sassy. All right, find something else to call them that you don't, when you disagree with them. Find something else. Stop associating everything that men do that you don't like as sassy. I don't think it's necessarily appropriate. Do I think it's funny at times? Yes. Do I think men have a lot on their shoulders to uphold? Yes, because they set the standard for themselves, and so do women. So it's not like it's just men perpetuating this thing, it's women as well. And I think what you've seen in that podcast, and by the way, check it out, it was a very interesting video, is that a lot of times men will get in relationships with women that they, maybe he's bisexual, or he could just be gay, and he's just, staying with his wife just because he's been together for that long, but he really and truly desires to be with a fucking man. And it's crazy because the no matter how much religion and treatment you think is going to fix somebody, it doesn't work. We need to stop putting all these expectations on men to like be this 100% person of stature that they have to be the upholder of society. It's kind of fucking crazy, because let me tell you why. We putting, and I say we as in society, putting this expectation on men to be a certain way, and when we know like men come in different sizes, different forms, different personalities, like men isn't a monolith, right? We have to break away from that form of mentality, with other things as well, but like, in particular with men, like we can't like group all men together. Like we have to give men the space to explore and kind of exist um with their own intuitions, right? Because what we're kind of like conveying is that there's only one specific way you're supposed to be, and then we end up with fucking cases like this where like this poor wife, she doesn't even know, right? Because he's in incognito on the fucking video. Poor wife, poor family. You're with somebody. I don't want to say stuck. She doesn't know, but now you're with somebody that doesn't really truly love you 100%. You're with somebody not that they're comfortable with the situation, so they won't leave. You don't know their true intentions, so now you're thinking you probably have the best husband, whatever, and he's out here raw dogging Joey down the block. So we have to really start being careful with what we're putting out there, because at the end of the day, like, y'all could criticize men that are gay or bisexual, whatever the case may be, but understand, especially women, I just want y'all need to understand, when y'all criticize men like this, y'all don't even realize that sometimes y'all end up with men that are like that, and then you wouldn't even realize it at first, because sometimes you really can't tell when somebody's gay or straight. Like, you really cannot tell. Like, you could, there's tells at times, but like not every man is gonna come in the form where you're gonna be able to know his interests right off the bat, or what his deep dark desires. Like, you're never gonna know that 100% right away. It could take days, it could take months, it could take years, it could take decades. Like, you never know. And the worst thing you could ever do is put yourself in is inadvertently put yourself in a situation where you're with somebody and they really and truly don't love you the way that you love them. So I think it's very important for us to kind of, we gotta let guys heal and fight their own demons, right? And you can't add the fuel to the fire because you disagree with everything a man does that you just don't like. It's like, y'all gotta give the dudes their own space, because some dudes are figuring their own shit out. This isn't most men in terms of the sexuality thing. I could think most men are straight, But there are a lot of guys that are not, and they end up being with women, and they end up wasting their fucking time, and it's kind of sad. And I feel bad for the women the most, because it's like I would hate to like marry somebody and then find out 5-10 years later that you don't fucking love me or some shit, or like you thought you did but now you didn't, and it's not even like, oh, we fell out of love, bitch, you just never loved me in the first place. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the intentions weren't really genuine, so let's just be careful with that. Hopefully I made sense.